Welcome to AI Uncovered. Today we're exploring the future of AI and how it will impact jobs and businesses. Will AI create more opportunities or replace human workers? Let's dive into the reality behind AI's role in shaping the workforce and industries. Hey everyone, and welcome back. We're diving deep into the world of AI today.
Oh yeah.
Specifically how it's gonna totally reshape everything.
Totally.
We're looking at this article from Built In.
Okay.
It's called The Future of AI, How Artificial Intelligence Will Change the World. And let me tell you, it's got some really interesting stuff in there.
It really does, yeah.
It makes you think.
It's amazing how AI has gone from
It does.
science fiction to being in our lives every day.
Yeah.
This article really shows how fast that happened.
It's crazy to think about.
It is.
It started as a checkers program
Uh-huh.
way back in 1951.
Wow.
And now it's beating chess grandmasters and winning on Jeopardy.
No.
And now we have AI that can write, make music and images. Right. It can even code.
Yeah, it's like we're living in a movie.
It really is.
But it's real.
But it's actually happening.
It's all happening so fast, too.
Yeah, and it's only getting faster.
But think about those GPT models, like ChatGPT.
And then you got the ones from Google,
Right.
Anthropic, even DeepSeek.
You'd see.
And what's really cool about DeepSeek is that they're getting results that are almost as good as the big companies.
Oh, wow.
But they're doing it way cheaper.
That changes everything, doesn't it?
It does.
If more people can use this powerful AI,
Yeah.
then that means we could see a ton of new innovations in all kinds of
Industries, definitely.
The article even said that we might see 50 to 100 years worth of progress
Really?
in the next 5 to 10 years.
Wow, what do you think about that?
I don't even know what to think.
It's a bold prediction.
It is. Yeah.
Given how fast things have been changing, it might actually happen. I know. Just imagine the amazing things we could see in medicine, energy, space travel.
It's crazy to think about.
Right?
Let's talk about something a little more down to earth, though, like how AI is affecting businesses and jobs.
That's right.
The article said that 55% of companies are already using AI in some way.
That's a lot. That's a huge number.
Yeah, we're already seeing AI being used in customer service, like in chatbots.
Uh-huh.
But that's just the beginning.
Right.
AI can look at massive amounts of data,
I see.
help businesses make smarter decisions,
Oh, wow.
and it can even predict what's going to happen in the future.
That's amazing.
It is.
But what about jobs?
Yeah, that's a big concern.
A lot of people are worried that AI will take away their jobs.
I know.
The article talked about that too.
It did.
What do you think about that?
Well, it's a valid concern,
Right.
but the article suggests that AI might actually end up working with humans.
Oh,
You got to replacing them completely.
so AI would help us
Yeah, exactly.
instead of replacing us.
It's called AI augmentation.
Okay.
It would be especially helpful for jobs that need creativity,
Mm-hmm.
problem-solving skills, and emotional intelligence, things that AI isn't so good at.
That makes sense.
Yeah, AI can handle the repetitive tasks,
Okay.
analyze the data, and then humans can focus on the strategic thinking, the creative stuff, the human touch.
So it's more of a partnership
Yeah, exactly.
between humans and AI.
It's not quite as scary as some people think.
Yeah, it's not like the robots are taking over.
Oh, yeah, anyway.
But we still need to be ready to adapt to these changes.
Right, absolutely.
We need to learn new skills and keep up with what's happening.
It's going to be more important than ever to keep learning throughout your life. The people who can adapt to the changes in the workplace are the ones who will succeed.
That's a good point.
We've talked about how AI could change businesses and jobs,
Yeah,
but there are also legal and ethical questions that come up.
that's true.
The article mentioned that the FTC is looking into how OpenAI collects data. They're worried that OpenAI might be breaking European data privacy laws.
Oh, wow.
It's interesting to see how this new technology is pushing the limits of our laws and ethics.
Yeah, it's like we're making up the rules as we go along.
We are in a lot of ways.
The Biden-Harris administration has released an AI Bill of Rights.
Right.
They're saying that data privacy is really important,
Uh-huh.
but it's not actually a law.
So it's more like a set of guidelines.
Yeah, it's not legally binding.
It's going to be really challenging to find the right balance.
I can see that.
We need to encourage innovation,
And
but we also need to protect people from potential harm.
speaking of potential harm, the article talked about how AI could affect climate change.
Yeah, that's a big one.
It's interesting because AI could be good or bad for the environment.
It's a double-edged sword.
It really is.
On the one hand, AI could help us fight climate change.
How so?
The article mentioned that AI could help us make supply chains more efficient,
Okay,
and it could make buildings use less energy.
I see.
It even said that AI could be used to create new types of renewable energy.
That would be amazing.
It would.
But then on the other hand,
What?
creating and running these AI models uses a ton of energy and resources.
It does.
The article said that AI could increase carbon emissions by as much as 80%.
It's a tough situation.
It is.
We have this incredible tool that could help us solve one of the biggest problems facing humanity,
Yeah.
but the tool itself could make the problem worse.
So it's not enough to just develop AI.
All right.
We have to do it in a way that's sustainable.
Exact.
And that brings us to another interesting point the article made.
What's that?
AI is affecting pretty much every industry.
That's true.
It's not just tech anymore.
It's everywhere.
It's everything.
The article highlighted a few industries where AI is having a big impact.
Like what?
Well, manufacturing, for one. AI-powered robots have been used in manufacturing for a while,
Right.
but now we're seeing them become even more efficient. And there's this new thing called predictive maintenance.
Predictive maintenance.
It's basically using AI to figure out when machines are going to break down,
Oh, I see.
so companies can fix them before they cause any problems.
That's really smart.
It is.
It saves time and money.
Exactly.
What other industries are being changed by AI?
Well, there's healthcare. AI is being used to diagnose diseases faster and more accurately.
Wow,
It can also help develop new drugs more quickly.
that's incredible.
It is.
It sounds like AI could revolutionize healthcare.
It really could.
What about finance?
AI is being used in finance too.
Oh, really?
It can detect fraud,
Uh-huh.
assess risks,
Okay.
and even do something called algorithmic trading.
Algorithmic trading, what's that?
It's basically using AI to make really fast trading decisions.
Oh, I see.
It can do it way faster than a human trader ever could.
So AI is even working on Wall Street now.
It is?
What about education? How is AI changing education?
Well, it can be used to create more personalized learning experiences for students. It can help teachers figure out which students need extra help.
Oh, it's helpful.
And it can even be used to make digital textbooks.
So AI could make education more accessible to everyone.
Exactly. And it could make it more tailored to individual students' needs.
That's pretty cool.
It is.
And then there's the media. AI is already being used to create news articles and other content,
It is.
which makes you wonder about the future of journalism
It does.
and what it even means to be creative.
If a whole other conversation we could have.
And then, of course, there's customer service.
Uh-huh.
Those AI-powered chatbots are getting more and more sophisticated.
They are.
And let's not forget about transportation.
Wait.
Self-driving cars aren't just a futuristic fantasy anymore.
They're coming.
They're almost here.
It's really amazing how AI is becoming a part of nearly every aspect of our lives.
It really is.
But it's important to remember that all this progress comes with some downsides.
That's true.
The article talked about some pretty serious risks and dangers that we need to be aware of.
Like what?
Well, one of the biggest concerns is that AI could create a bigger gap between people who have skills and those who don't.
What do you mean?
As AI automates more jobs, some jobs might disappear completely,
I see.
and the people who are doing those jobs will need to learn new skills.
So it's not just about AI taking jobs, it's about AI changing the types of jobs that exist
Exactly.
and the skills that people need to have to get those jobs.
And another concern is the rise of deepfakes and misinformation.
Oh yeah, those are scary.
AI can be used to create fake videos and audio recordings that look and sound incredibly real.
Oh, I know.
And those deepfakes can be used to spread propaganda, manipulate people,
Right.
people distrust important institutions.
It's scary to think about.
It,
How can we even tell what's real anymore?
that's a really tough question.
It seems like we're going to have to be a lot more critical of the information we see and hear.
We need to be more discerning consumers of information.
Yeah,
And we need to be aware of the fact that people might be trying to manipulate us.
that's a good point.
And then there's the issue of data privacy. The AI systems are collecting tons of data about us, what we do online, what we buy, where we go, even our conversations.
It's a little creepy, isn't it?
It can be. It makes you wonder who has access to all their data
It does.
and what they're doing with it.
Another worry is that AI could be used to create autonomous weapons systems.
What do you mean?
Weapons that can make decisions about who to kill without any human involvement.
Oh, wow.
That raises some serious ethical questions.
It does.
It's a pretty scary thought.
It is.
And then there's the ultimate fear.
What's that?
What if AI becomes so smart that it surpasses human control?
That's like something out of a science fiction movie.
It is.
But some experts think it could actually happen. So it seems like AI is both a powerful force for good and a potential Pandora's box of problems.
That's a good way to put it.
It really depends on how we choose to develop and use this technology.
Exactly.
Do we use it to make our lives better? Solve problems? Create a better future?
Or do that make things worse?
Do we let it take away our privacy, increase inequality, maybe even threaten our very existence?
Those are some big questions.
They are.
What do you think?
Are you excited about the possibilities of AI? Or are you more worried about the risks? How do you think AI will affect your own life and career in the future?
We want to hear from you.
What are your thoughts on all of this?
What stood out to you so far in our deep dive into AI?
What questions do you have?
Let's keep this conversation going.
We want to explore the complexities of AI together.
Yes, we do.
Let us know what you think. Wow, it's clear that this topic is really on people's minds.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot to think about.
It seems like everyone's feeling a mix of excitement and nervousness about the future of AI.
That's true.
One thing that really stuck with me from the article was the idea of a compressed 21st century.
Oh yeah, that was interesting.
The idea that AI could speed up progress so much that we might see decades worth of advancements in just a few years.
That's kind of mind-blowing, isn't it?
It is.
Just imagine all the amazing things we could see in medicine, energy, space exploration.
It's exciting, but also a little scary. I know, right? Can our society even keep up with that kind of rapid change?
That's a good question, and it's one that we need to be thinking about very carefully.
I think so too.
AI has the potential to solve some of our biggest problems.
It does. But it could also create new problems if we're not prepared.
So it's not just about developing AI, it's about developing it responsibly.
Exactly.
And making sure that everyone benefits from it.
It's like we're at a crossroads. The decisions we make about AI today will have a huge impact on the future.
They really will.
And those decisions aren't just for tech companies and governments to make, but are for all of us.
What do you mean?
As citizens, consumers, and workers, we all have a role to play in shaping the future of AI.
So what can we do? How do we make sure that AI is used for good and not for harm?
Well, first of all, we need to educate ourselves.
So knowledge is power.
In a way, yes.
The more we understand how AI works, the better prepared we'll be to make informed decisions.
Exactly.
But it's not just about understanding the technology. It's also about thinking about the ethical and societal implications of AI.
What values do we want AI systems to reflect?
That's a good question.
How do we prevent AI from being biased or discriminatory? How do we make sure that AI benefits everyone, not just a select few?
There's some big questions.
They are.
I'm not sure I have the answers.
Me neither.
But it seems like having these conversations is crucial if we want to make sure that AI is used responsibly.
I agree.
We need to bring together people from all different fields to talk about these issues.
Technologists, ethicists, social scientists, policymakers, everyday citizens.
We need to work together to steer AI in the right direction.
And we need to start now.
I agree.
AI is already here.
It is.
And it's developing incredibly fast.
We can't afford to wait until it's too late to start thinking about these things.
So let's imagine for a moment that we do manage to navigate these challenges. And we make sure that AI is developed and used responsibly.
What would that future look like?
What are some of the positive things that AI could do for us?
That's a great question.
Well, for one thing, AI could revolutionize healthcare.
How so?
Imagine a world where AI helps doctors diagnose diseases more accurately.
That would be amazing.
And earlier, so that people can get treatment sooner.
Early detection is key.
Exactly.
That's so important for so many diseases.
And AI could also help us develop new drugs more quickly and efficiently.
Oh, wow, like for cancer and Alzheimer's?
Exactly.
What about AI-powered prosthetics and exoskeletons?
Those are already being developed.
Really? Yeah. Could we see a future where people with disabilities can regain their mobility because of AI?
Absolutely.
That would be incredible.
AI is being used to create prosthetic limbs that are more responsive and intuitive.
Wow, that's amazing.
It is.
It's like something out of science fiction.
I know, right?
It's amazing to think that AI could help people with disabilities live fuller, more independent lives.
And it's not just about physical disability.
I mean, right.
AI could also be used to create personalized learning tools for people with cognitive disability,
Oh, I see.
helping them to access education and employment opportunities.
So AI could help create a more inclusive and equitable society.
That's the hope.
We have to be careful about bias in AI systems.
Let's go.
But if we do it right, AI could be a powerful tool for breaking down barriers and creating a world where everyone has the opportunity to thrive.
We talked earlier about how AI could be both good and bad for climate change.
Yeah, the double-edged sword.
What are some ways that AI can help us fight climate change?
Well, the article mentioned energy optimization.
Right.
AI could help us manage energy grids more efficiently.
Exactly.
And make better use of renewable energy sources.
They'll like a transition to a cleaner, more sustainable energy system.
That's the goal.
AI could also be used to monitor deforestation, track pollution levels. It could even help us develop new technologies for carbon capture and storage.
It sounds like AI could be a real game changer in the fight against climate change.
It has the potential.
But again, it all comes down to how we choose to use it.
If we use it wisely, it could help us create a more sustainable future.
But if we're not careful, it could actually make the climate crisis worse.
Exactly. It's a
powerful tool.
It is.
And like any tool, it can be used for good or for evil.
Let's shift gears for a moment and talk about transportation.
Okay.
Self-driving cars are already being tested on roads all over the world.
I know, it's crazy to think about.
There are still some technical and regulatory hurdles to overcome.
Right, but it seems like it's only a matter of time before they become more common.
I think so too.
How do you think self-driving cars will change our cities and our lives?
Well, for one thing, they could make our roads a lot safer.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Most car accidents are caused by human error.
That's true.
So if we take human drivers out of the equation, we could significantly reduce the number of accidents and fatalities.
That would be incredible. What about traffic? I can only imagine what rush hour would be like with all self-driving cars.
Actually, self-driving cars could communicate with each other.
Oh, interesting.
Same with traffic management systems to optimize traffic flow.
So it could actually reduce traffic congestion.
It could.
And make our commutes faster and more efficient.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
It would.
But what about people who enjoy driving?
Yeah, what about them?
Will we still be able to drive their own cars in a world of self-driving vehicles?
That's a good question.
Some experts think that human-driven cars will eventually be phased out altogether.
Wow.
Others think that there will always be a place for people who want to drive themselves.
I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Well,
we're almost out of time for this segment.
Okay.
But before we go, I want to touch on something we mentioned earlier. The potential risks of AI.
Sure.
We talked about the ethical concerns.
Right.
But what about the more practical concerns?
Like what?
What if AI systems malfunction or get hacked?
Those are definitely valid concerns.
They are.
And we need to take them very seriously.
I agree.
As AI systems become more complex and more integrated into our lives,
right,
it's absolutely essential that we develop robust security measures to protect against hacking and cyber attacks.
So it's not just about building intelligent machines. It's about building secure and reliable machines.
And it's also about building AI systems that are transparent and accountable.
What do you mean?
We need to be able to understand how AI systems make decisions.
Okay.
And make sure that those decisions are aligned with our values.
That makes sense.
Transparency and accountability are key if we want to trust AI systems to make important decisions.
I think you're right.
And we also need to be realistic about the fact that AI systems, like any complex systems, can make mistakes.
Of course they're not perfect.
And as AI becomes more involved in critical decision-making processes,
right,
the consequences of those mistakes can be very serious.
So what can we do to mitigate those risks?
Well, one approach is to build redundancy and fail-safes into AI systems.
What does that mean? So that if one part of the system fails, another part can take over.
Oh, I see.
We also need to develop rigorous testing and validation procedures to make sure that AI systems are working the way they're supposed to.
And maybe most importantly,
we need to maintain a healthy dose of skepticism when it comes to AI.
So don't just blindly trust what a machine tells you. You still need to use your own judgment.
We need to be discerning consumers of information, whether that information comes from a human or a machine.
That's a good point.
And finally, we need to have a realistic understanding of AI's limitations.
What do you mean?
AI is a powerful tool.
It is.
But it's not a magic bullet.
Right.
It can't solve all our problems.
And it's not a replacement for human judgment and intuition.
It's about finding the right balance between human intelligence and artificial intelligence.
Exactly.
And that's a conversation that needs to involve everyone, not just the people who are working in the field of AI.
So what do our listeners think?
How do you feel about the increasing role of AI in your own lives?
Are you excited about the possibilities?
Or are you more worried about the potential risks?
What do you think we should be doing to make sure that AI is developed and used responsibly?
We'd love to share your thoughts.
We want to know what you think.
What parts of this deep dive into AI have resonated with you the most?
What questions are still on your mind?
We're eager to continue this conversation and explore the complexity of AI together.
Oh, please share your thoughts with us. Wow, it's been really interesting to hear what everyone thinks about AI.
I know, right?
You can tell this is something people are really thinking about.
It's a big deal.
Now, we've covered a lot in this deep dive. AI has come a long way.
It really has.
And it has the potential to completely change so many industries.
Definitely.
And even tackle global challenges like climate change.
But we've also talked about the ethical concerns and the potential risks if AI isn't developed and used responsibly.
It's a powerful tool.
Very powerful.
Well, it could be used for good or for bad.
It's up to us to make sure it's used for good.
It really feels like we're entering a new era.
It does. One where AI is going to play a huge role in our lives.
It's exciting, but also a little bit scary.
Yeah, kind of like we're holding this incredible power, and we're not quite sure what to do with it yet.
We're still figuring it out.
But we're not just passive bystanders in this, right?
Absolutely not.
We have a choice in how this all plays out.
We do.
So how do we prepare for a future with AI?
That's a great question.
What advice would you give to people who are trying to understand all of this?
Well, like we've been saying, education is key.
Yeah, knowledge is power.
The more we know about AI, the better we'll be able to make good decisions about it.
So don't be afraid to learn.
Right.
There's tons of information out there.
There is.
Online, in libraries, at schools.
Take advantage of it.
Become an informed citizen in the age of AI.
And don't just focus on the technical stuff.
Oh yeah, what else should we be learning about?
Think about the ethical side of things.
Okay.
The social implications. Read articles. Listen to podcasts. Talk to people who have different opinions.
It's about expanding our understanding.
Challenge your own assumptions.
It seems like being adaptable is more important than ever.
Absolutely.
We need to be lifelong learners.
The world is changing so fast.
The skills you need today might not be the skills you need tomorrow.
Be willing to learn new things.
Embrace new challenges.
Stay curious.
Never stop learning.
That's great advice.
But it's not just about individual responsibility, is it?
No, it's not.
What about governments and corporations?
They have a big role to play too.
How so?
They need to make sure that AI is developed and used ethically.
So we need good laws and policies.
We need regulations that protect people, but we also don't want to stifle innovation. It's a balancing act. We need to have open and honest conversations
About
data privacy,
right.
algorithmic bias, the potential for AI to be used for bad things.
It's not going to be easy.
No, but it's necessary.
We want AI to benefit
We all have a responsibility here.
Yeah.
Not just up to the expert.
We can all make a difference.
By educating ourselves, by speaking up for responsible AI development, by making conscious choices as consumers.
The future of AI is not set in stone.
No.
It's not something we're creating right now.
Through the choices we make.
So let's make good choices.
So let's use this incredible tool to make the world a better place.
For ourselves.
And for future generations.
That's a great message.
As we wrap up our deep dive into AI,
Okay.
I want to leave you with this thought.
What's that?
AI is more than just a technology.
It's a reflection of us.
Our values, our dreams.
Let's make sure it's a reflection we can be proud of. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the world of AI.
It's been a pleasure.
I hope you found it insightful.
I hope so.
Thought-provoking.
Me too.
Maybe even a little inspiring.
Keep those questions coming.
Keep exploring.
Let's keep talking about the future of AI.
Until next time.